subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
But then when I got the PV shit, I instantly hit the ground running. You know, I saw a big ass market, and I just hit the, the campus. I quickly developed a fan base, a real fan base. Same thing, selling mixtapes. Now I'm starting to, get little shows around. It just became.
Are you still doing other beats, or you got songs when you get?
I got now even at PV when I first came in, I was still rapping on other beats. I didn't get my first beat. I was at PV when I found my first producer, dude named King Blue. Shout out to George Young, who out here in the H and from
That's
the
my
H.
boy. Yeah.
George Young. Those like the first people was giving me real beats. You get what I'm saying? Like when I started getting real beats from like him and Blue. And that's where I got all my beats from. Then that's when I started taking my mixtape to the next level, like investing into like real replication. Like I just started, seeing myself as an official rapper. Got with a DJ down there, PV, shot the Merc and Mr. Rogers, and we were dropping these mixtapes, and I was just doing my thing like that, and it was just growing. And from then on,
can you talk about PV a little bit? Because it's something about PV like. It's like a culture down there. Like you got Kirko, a few people that come down there and really come up like on PV. Like you really
man, it was when I got down there, bro. Like as soon as I got down there from freshman orientation, I just saw what it was. It was a party school right off the back, and I was just like this. This it right here. Like this a gold mine. Like it's so many people from everywhere in Texas and even and beyond. It's like there's no way, cause in my mind I was like, if I got popping back in my hometown back in Dallas, and all I had was just the access to people right there, I'm like, imagine what I can do right here. And I did that, and PV was just, I was kind of the one to kind of kick out that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? That PV, I was actually as far as some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? I would make a lot of mixtapes. I would connect with the two DJs that was out there, DJ Merc, who was my DJ, and then Mr. Rogers. Get my song started playing at parties, playing at Hump Day. Before you know, after first semester, my name circulating around PV, and
what songs you getting going at this time?
This year I had a song. My freshman year I had a mixtape called two mixtape. I came in with this mixtape called Duke of Hazard and another mixtape called Cold Red. And those mixtapes was just everybody was jamming those mixtapes. But then I got with DJ Merc and we started dropping mixtape series. He was dropping real mixtape series like Hustle Factor, Outbreak. He had these different mixtape series, and he was keeping them. He was at least dropping once a month. You know what I'm talking about? And I was all over those mixtapes. So between my solo mixtapes and all those mixtapes, we was the only ones flooding PV like that. You know what I'm saying? So pretty soon we walking around campus and you can hear cars passing by, playing the music. Cause we was pressing the CDs up for real, officially, putting our money into it, making it look legit. Handing them out, you know what I'm saying? Having girls hand them out. So we had like a real movement, and it stood out because I was the only person doing it at the time. You know what I'm saying? I started the Primetime Click, so we just had our own movement. Then that turned into, by the time I got
Primetime Click was like you and partners, or it was other
yeah,
rappers?
that was me and my homies. That was like me and literally my homies that I met at PV. You know what I'm saying? Some was from Houston, some from Dallas. We was a Houston-Dallas clique. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing that made us popping because when I got to PV, Dallas and Houston was beefed out. It was opposite sides. So we was the only ones walking around the clique. The campus with a clique, and it's Dallas niggas and H-Town niggas. So we spread out for it because the H-Town niggas who I had in the clique was popping amongst the H-Town people, and I and the other Dallas, we was popping amongst the Dallas people. So we had the whole thing, and when people found out we was fucking with each other, that was another thing that stood out. Like nobody had saw that, and so we just kind of had.
That was a big deal, man. That Houston Dallas shit used to be so.
Oh yeah, it used to be a real thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? But and then that was right when the Dallas Boogie era was happening, and we was the one bringing that shit to PV because obviously I was from Dallas, and that just turned into a whole different thing. So,
but you already tapping in with like Lil Will and like the guy B Hamp and these guys that already had.
Yeah, so Lil Will, so they was in Dallas, and I was from Dallas at PV. I had started my own wave, and then while I was down there, Lil Will and everybody started spreading, and we started meeting. We actually, a lot of us even met at PV because it was big shows that people was doing and bringing them to PV, and we met. And then we'll go back to Dallas and kick it, and then we started, you know what I'm saying, fucking with each other from there. And then it just kind of turned into that, bro. And then after that, that's when, you know, we did the Holly Berry and the Walk That Walk, you know what I'm saying. That started coming later, you know what I'm saying. Then that's after that, you know, that's when you had Bone them out there, you know, with the Homegirl. You had Superstar. You had Party Boys, you know what I'm saying. Kirkle came a little later.
Donnie Houston.